applying to jobs so far. Haven't.
How's that been going? I mean, have you had any luck with, like, internships prior?
Yeah, I had one internship with Northwestern Mutual Insurance Company, so that went well. Just mostly trying to build up my resume to get better job offers.
Awesome. I do want to ask, like, have you really seen yourself, like, learn anything from PyLam that you really can take out into, like, the business field of, like, what can help you stand out as, a good candidate?
So, I'm currently the finance chair. of PyLam Phi, and just managing the fraternity's money has really taught me how to manage other people's money in my field. Like, that's what I'm going to have to do for my job, so we'll just see how that goes.
I could also say I've been the fundraising chair for a year, and then also on the interfraternal council, I'm the fundraising chair as well. So as a marketing major, making all these flyers and promoting events that we're holding, it's really good. And definitely when I apply for jobs, I'm going to make a binder of all these flyers and say all the money that we made for this fraternity.
Awesome. So, when did you first join PyLam?
We both got in spring of our freshman year, so that was, 2023? Spring 23. And, dude, it's been so much fun since. I'd never regretted it for a second. As soon as we got here, we came out to the frats and met everybody, and we chose them. Everybody was great, man. So we really just connected with a lot of these guys, and we came out every weekend and all the time, met them. We, got lunch with them all the time, and we really connected. So it was a fun time. Freshman year was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, these are two guys that I've known since my freshman year, and, like, I've always had a good relationship with them. I mean, although we're in two different organizations, like, I've never really looked at it like that. I've just looked at it as they're both my friends, and I think that's how a lot of people should look at it. But, Mike, do you want to touch on, like, your experience within the Interfraternal Council? I mean, we had the president, Anthony McCloskey, on a few weeks ago, and he spoke about his experience. So I'm kind of curious on, like, what your experience is and, like, future plans within IFC.
Well, I mean, I could say it's been pretty productive being on this type of executive board because we're working so directly with the school. And getting these meetings in and getting these communication skills down is pretty crucial to your jobs, once you're older, once you get out of here. So learning these skills, it's been great. Doing fundraising and philanthropy for that, it's the same as I've been doing with PyLam. And it's just great experience, especially for my major and my future plans. And then for IFC next year, I'm running for president now. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I hope I can get that. I'm going to be following in Anthony's footsteps, just like that. He's my big brother also in PyLam, so that's kind of funny. But, yeah, no, the experience has been great. All these connections with the school I've made, and I've learned so much about the school itself, all the resources that they have, especially here in the Cub. And we've made a lot of connections with other groups. I mean, we're doing stuff with the Page Center now. We're doing stuff with the church group. Mm-hmm. We're so deep connected into this school. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the best way to get, like, the best experience out of both, being one, a student at Shippensburg University, and two, being a brother of PyLam. Yeah. Like, what would you say has been, like, your favorite, like, I mean, you say that you guys have raised a lot of money. I talked to Anthony a few weeks ago, and he really talked about the success of your pumpkin bashing event. Mm-hmm. Like, what has been your favorite event that you guys have held over your time as part of the fraternity?
That's got to be one of our most creative ones, that pumpkin bash. It's a ton of fun. Everybody loves it. I would say another event underrated was our dunk tank we had, I think a year ago in the spring. We made about $700 off of doing that for one day, and it's so much fun. Everybody loves it. We would do like $15 just to push the button and not even throw a ball, and everybody did it. They absolutely loved it.
I'm just trying to think right now. I just can't even think of one.
Yeah, I mean, I remember just being from, like, coming from pastime. Like, I actually remember your dunk tank really well because I had class with one of your brothers, Mike Strong. He was in my psychology class, and he was like, "Oh, man, my shift to go sit in the dunk tanks next. I'm really not looking forward to it." And I'm like, it's okay, man. It's okay. Like, it's fun. I mean, it's funny you guys bring that up because that's kind of a stance of our organization. So with tomorrow being homecoming, thing that I believe we started last year, might have been the year before, was so we ran out a dunk tank every year, and we sit it next to our tailgate, and so we split up different shifts with all of our brothers and level of seniority. And then our new members are also included in that as well. But shifts go for 5-10 minutes. So we'll have someone go in there, sit in the tank, and we have a table where our treasurer, Luke Hilligus, sits. And obviously he's there promoting the products. But yeah, the event's pretty fun. Like, I remember last year, like, it was really cold. Really, really, really cold. And, like, yeah, at the moment, I probably hated my life, but, like, we made a lot of money. We made a ton of money.
How
and
much
like,
did you guys make when you did that?
I mean, I think we made, like, $500. We might have. I want to say 500. I might not. I'm not completely sure on that. Yeah. But overall, it's just a fun event. Like, honestly, like, yeah, the money's cool and all, but, like, that doesn't really matter to me. Like, it's just, like, fun being able to, like, see your brothers and just, and generally, like, your friends just sit in the tank and, like, have fun.
It's a great bonding experience, too, with everybody. Everybody's soaked and cold, but you're just having so much fun dunking each other in there.
It's really nice to give back to the community, too, with that money. That's what I'm big on.
Yeah, I mean, our philanthropy is military heroes, and last November, actually, we partnered with the Theta Chi organization, and we held a military appreciation game. In this game, we worked the gates by introducing ourselves to the different military officers, and then we just walked around and just interacted with one another. And it was a really cool event. We really got to meet. I got to hear some really cool stories. I mean, some people in the military really don't choose to talk about their stories, but I definitely got some people talking. Yeah, sometimes I do get people talking. But it was just a really cool event. And plus, like, we got to partner with Theta Chi. And, like, that was another thing. And, like, honestly, that's the main purpose of this show, is for us to sit down and talk from multiple different organizations. Like, they're in Pi Lam, I'm in Kappa Sigma. But that doesn't matter to me. That literally means nothing. Like, I just look at us as all Shippensburg University students. And, we're all going through this thing called college. And sometimes college sucks. And, you really need those people that are going to be there to, like, lift you up. Like, kind of serve as, like, a trampoline-ish. But it was really cool. Like, that was one of my first times really interacting with Theta Chi. And, I hope to do it again. I mean, maybe, I don't know. What is your guys' philanthropy cause?
We do the elimination of prejudice. So that's what we donate to with all of our fundraisers. We make wristbands with them, actually.
This is the breast cancer awareness ones.
We did. We just did breast cancer awareness wristbands. What was that, 2 weeks ago before fall break? But the Elimination of Prejudice is basically an organization that sees no difference between people and treats everyone equally, no matter where you come from, what race you are, gender, all that. It's a great organization. It's very modern, and we're glad to donate to it. I wouldn't pick any other philanthropy, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great cause, and honestly, I think every organization here has a great cause, and truly brings a smile to my face that all these organizations are working hard to give back to the community, and, not just look at it as a bunch of dudes that are, all just, like, college dudes just trying to have fun, but really, like, trying to give back to the community.
Yeah. There's definitely more to it, than just the fun aspect of being in a fraternity. There's so much bonding, and then there's actually caring about the community and it's a good escape from college because you know how stressful that can be, right? So everybody needs an escape. Whether you join a club or a fraternity or a sorority or whatever you do, it's good to always have something to do other than just sit in your room and study.
Yeah, so I do want to ask, like, what is, like, your favorite thing that you do with your organization? Like, is it intramurals? Are you guys big on watching football? Do you guys do brotherhood dinners? Like, I kind of want to hear about, like, what you guys do on your downtime.
So every Saturday at noon, we wake up, well, a little bit before noon, but we wake up and we blast the Penn State theme song in the showers. We're both just like waking up and getting ready for the day. We throw on our Penn State jerseys and we will watch college football from noon till like 8 o'clock. We don't move from the couch. We'll order pizza. I don't even know what, but it is so much fun. And people just come in and out of the house all day long. There's probably a cycle of 20 different people that will sit down, watch a game, leave. More people come in, different people sit down and watch a game. That's probably my favorite day of the week because that's just what we do all day long. We're screaming at the TV. Even if it's games we don't care about, we're having so much fun watching these games.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that, like, I really got into when I came to college. I've always been an NFL fan, but, like, for some reason I never really, like, gripped on to college. Like, I don't know, like, in the older days I used to play NCAA AA, the college football game. Thank you for finally bringing it back, EA. I appreciate it. I think we all do. But, back in the day I used to play that, and, like, I'd catch, like, the big games, so, like, most of the time it was Alabama on the TV. So, like, when I first started watching, like, that's why I would consider myself an Alabama fan because, like, that was, like, the first team that really, like, got me into, like, watching college football. But, like, coming to college, Saturdays were really boring for me. I would just sit there and do nothing. And, like, if I had work, I would do it. But, like, other than that, I'd just lay there and maybe play some Xbox. But my roommate and I really got into watching college football. And kind of similar to what Mike just said, like, we'd sit there all day. It didn't matter. It didn't matter the game. And, like, I remember literally I was, like, paying for different subscriptions for, like, Fubu or... Dude, that thing's, like, $80 a month. Like, no. I'm trying to do, like, these free trials and everything, and then my mom's getting charged, and she's calling me, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, just trying to watch the game, Mom. But, no, like, we really enjoy college football. Recently, within the last year, I think it was, like, last December, so almost a year ago, our organization finally put the money together to buy a projector for our basement. That was a big deal because, like, before we'd all hang out at the house and, like, we'd watch football, but we'd all crowd in people's bedrooms, and it was, like, regularly, let's say that, like, a bedroom could fit, like, tops 8 people, maybe, let's say that. Dude, we had, like, 20 people in there. Your people were sitting on top of each other. It was uncomfortable, and as someone that, like, regularly, like, sweats and, like, I need my own space, like, I mean, I literally woke up from a nap yesterday, and I was drenched in sweat, and it's October, and it's, like, 40 degrees outside. Tell me how that's possible, but, we all kind of came down with the idea of, like, so our fraternity is really big on, like, coming together and, like, watching football and, like, just spending a lot of time together. So we're like, all right, like, it may be a lot of money, but, like, let's go for it. Let's buy this projector because for a while, like, so we bought the projector and then we didn't have a screen. So thank you, Walmart, for your nice little white bed sheet. That worked for a little bit, but, like, we're like, come on, we need something better than that. So we ended up buying a screen. Screen was the wrong one. So then it was a whole disaster. Then we ended up getting a retractable screen. Overall, great purchase. But, like, that's something that we do is, like, every Thursday, Sunday, Monday, all the primetime games, we all get together and, like, hang out and just spend time with one another.
That's great.
And, like, a lot of the time, like, we'll order pizza or someone will bake cookies or something like that. So, like, we all can just hang out with one another. I did mention, like, intramurals. So right now, I believe we have 2 intramurals going on, with one being soccer and the other one being softball. Are any of you participating in any of the intramurals?
We're not on either teams. I don't think we have a soccer team right now. But we do have softball, and our guys love softball. I would be on the team, but I've never picked up a baseball bat in my life. So I'm not on. Devin, didn't you play last year?
I played softball last year, yeah. I mean, it's a great time, fun time with the guys.
Yeah, no, it looks like a ton of fun. I go to the games, cheer everybody on. We always bring a speaker. We have walk-up songs, and we just love chirping the other teams no matter who they are. It's all fun. And, no, I'll definitely try to do it next year. I'll definitely pick up a baseball bat for the first time this summer and work on my game a little bit because it looks so much fun.
Hey, man, it's your senior year next year, like, one last ride, like,
Exactly.
you know, you got to go off in the sunset, so, like, you know, I expect you to hit a walk-off home run next year, like,
yeah,
go
yeah.
crazy.
I'm ready to hit dingers.
Yeah, intramurals is another thing that, like, I think really brings the community together, and yes, are they intense? Like,
So intense.
so intense. Like, last year, like, one of the most intense intramurals out of all of them, I gotta say, is flag football. That thing's intense. Like, if you're not, like, you know, if you have a soft personality and, like, you get offended very easily, do not play. Like,
Yeah.
because you're going to hear some things that are not very nice. But, like, you can't take it personal. Like, after the game, like, you know, I may be tripping, but after the game, like, I go over to each and every person and, like, hey, great game. Like, no offense to anything. I hope you took no offense to anything I said. Like, just fun. Like, I'm competitive. Like, we sucked last year. Our record was terrible, and it was embarrassing. Like,
Ours probably wasn't any better.
we got to get better. Got to be holding a combine or something. I'm gonna go down to Indianapolis and start recruiting people. But I don't know. Like, that's just something that I've really enjoyed. No matter what it is, like, either I'm playing in it or I'm watching it. Other than volleyball, I really don't like volleyball. Sorry.
Here's an idea. Little IFC Pro Bowl next year. You know how we did the basketball game?
Yeah, I took place in
We
the
did the-
basketball event.
One thing that IFC does a lot is, well, we just started this, and we're having another one soon for kickball. We do goober games. So we have each fraternity pick out their biggest goobers, meaning, like, non-athletic, funny, people that
Goofballs.
don't know how to play the game, and we throw them all in a game. And we all, it's like a entry fee, and it is hilarious. Last year we did basketball. Devon was on our team, being the big goober he is, and it was hilarious. We had a huge turnout, and this Thursday, we have our kickball. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I mean, I just remember, like, playing in that game. Like, I remember you guys had, I don't know why I remember this, but you guys had Devin and Ethan, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. We were on the same team, and, like, we all got, like, these, like, special intros. Like, it was the funniest thing ever. And, like, it was held at Henderson Gym, which is the old gymnasium here on campus. And, I mean, as Mike said, that place was packed. Like, it was so much fun. And, like,
a great turnout.
It was just, like, it was a great turnout, and it was just fun. Like, it wasn't ultra competitive. Like, it was just, like, a bunch of guys just having fun. Like, I mean, I think I shot, like, 4 threes and probably airballed every single one of them. But, you know, I digress from that. But,
I was your coach, I remember.
Yeah,
I was, like, subbing people in. We had a team of, like, 15 dudes, and we had probably 20 minutes of play. And it was so hard to try to cycle everybody through because I wanted to see everyone airball threes. I wanted to see it all happen.
hey, everyone did it but Harvey.
Harvey, wow, he was the GOAT.
The
of that
GOAT.
game. He looked like South Beach LeBron out there, dude.
We miss you, Harvey. But hopefully you're doing all right in your career path. I hope.
He visited us probably 3 weeks ago. He was up for someone in PSK's birthday, and he knocked on our door. He's like, I knew Pylam was still here. And he came. He ate some buffalo chicken dip with us, watched some football. Just an unexpected surprise, but yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah. So on a non-fraternal question, like, what classes are you taking this semester, and like, what would you say is your easiest, and what would you say is your hardest? And I'll open it up to both of you. But
I'll start. I'm in this class called the IMP program right now at Shippensburg. It's a really good time. Pretty much what we do in it is we take stocks. So my sector's consumer staples. So that's like Walmart, Procter & Gamble, such like that. And we have to buy and sell those stocks in order to make money for the school. And we use, right now our portfolio is about $500,000. And with that $500,000, we're paying scholarships out to students. So I'm in that class right now. It's great that it gives me credits, but I'm really close with all of the people in there, and it's just a great time.
Wow. I could speak on some of my classes. I'm in 2 marketing classes right now, so I'm really diving into my own major. And my favorite one is advertising and promotional strategy. It's a great class. I actually had a recommendation that my professor put on the midterm as a question. He was asking about a brand's purpose. Why do they sell? Other than to make money, why does a brand do what they do? He said, does anyone have any examples that could work? I'm thinking like, all right, Amazon, you could say they just want to make people happy at home. And he was like, whoa. He was taken back. He's like, what's your name? I'm like, dude, nice to meet you. And he talked about that in the next class. He made us write it on our notes the week later. And then I get to question 18 on the midterm, and it's talking about what would be a good why for Amazon as a student mentioned in class. And it said happy at home. And I looked at him, like I got up from my midterm, I gave him like a big thumbs up. I'm like, yeah, nice, dude. Like, it's a great question. But low-key, what is it? Astronomy is hard. It's a 100-level class, and I'm with 2 girls in KBG and the PSK president, Ty. And we're all looking at each other when we take this midterm like, dude, what is this stuff? We were in the library for like 4 hours prior studying, and we get there, and you know when you look at the first question on an exam, and you're like, this is not going to go well. That was all 63 questions on that exam, and we would look at each other every now and then like, what is going on? But there's some hard gen eds that are underrated, and I can't wait to be done with gen eds because they're not fun. They're not interesting to me. It's not what I'm here for. What gen eds have you taken?
Yeah, so I've taken astronomy, and mine was an online course, so
So it was a breeze.
it was a little bit of an easier course. I think I finished with an A. I don't know.
Yeah.
Geography in the United States and Canada, that's got to be one of the easiest gen eds here.
I heard.
But just there's been a couple gen eds. So with my major, me being in communication journalism, I don't know why we have to take 3 or 4 sciences. Tell me how that makes sense. Science doesn't relate to communication, but thank you. But yeah, I've taken astronomy. I'm in physics for society right now, which is another 100 course. And then probably looking into taking intro to weather and climate next semester as my last gen ed.
That one I've heard is hard.
I've heard it's hard, but I kind of like that like area. Like, I mean, for a long time when I was younger, my parents were like, oh, you should go into like be a meteorologist or something like that, because like for some reason I'm weird, and like I would track storms and stuff, and I was like really interested in that stuff. So I don't know, like even if it is hard, like I do kind of want the challenge. It's kind of how I am. But yeah, probably my favorite for favorite gen ed's probably been human communication. That sounds basic because it's a comp class, but it's just a gen ed, not for my major. Favorite overall class has probably been basic media production. That class was awesome. Like, that's where I really learned my love for podcasts. Really that was the first time I really picked up a camera and learned how to, like, film something and, like, really how to, like, do different edits and stuff. Like, I knew nothing about that. Like, the only edits I'd ever done in my life was, like, some really crappy edits on iMovie. Like, it was nothing.
Yeah.
It was nothing good.
I
But
did the same as a kid. Used to
like-
post some YouTube videos on the iMovie. Did
Like-
you ever do that?
yeah, I did. I used to make, like, Madden pack reveals or something like that. I'd open packs. Thanks, Mom. Used a lot of your money, but it's okay. But no, that was just fun. Like, that was all just being part of being a kid and experimenting. But that's definitely been, like, one of the most useful classes. Also, social media strategy. I'm in that right now. It's another really useful course because, I mean, here we are in the later portion of 2024, almost 2025, and, like, we've seen social media really, like, pop off, in this century. But especially in the last, like, 5 years, we've seen, like, TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, it's there, and, like, someone has an account. But, like, what is your guys' Instagram presence within PyLam? Like, I mean, I don't think either of you said that you're the chair, but, like, is there certain things that, like, you consider, like, okay, we need to get that posted right now? Like, I think that's going to be a really good post. Like, what do you guys like to do?
Anytime we have a successful fundraiser, we'll take pictures during, and we'll post that. Like when we do sweetheart spotlights every now and then. What else do we post? A lot of, like for the Pumpkin Bash, we'll make a big post. Homecoming, we probably will as well.
Academic brother.
We do every week. We do academic brother of the week and then brother of the week. So whoever does really well on their exams or whatever that week, they'll get academic brother. Brother of the week is if someone helped each other out. Like if I picked up Devon and took his car to the shop or whatever, I would get brother of the week. Just like doing a favor, doing something nice for somebody. We like to promote all that kind of stuff. We'll promote Elimination of Prejudice on our page. But we promoted our 40th anniversary we had last year heavily on there, and that one was a hit. We had a big event at, where was that, University Grill, and we had hundreds of alumni come out. It was a huge event. Everybody had a great time. We were selling shirts. We did a silent auction as well. We made a lot of money, donated that back to nationals and our philanthropy. So it was a great time. We use our Instagram really to promote a lot of that stuff. We've noticed in the past year, we've gained 300-400 followers just off of posting consistently and engaging everybody in our posts.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that we talked to Sammy Arena from Theta Xi. So Luke's not here, but Luke runs the Instagram. I'm the previous PR chair before Luke. So, I have experience with that. And then Sammy runs Theta Xi's Instagram. And the one thing that we really talked about there was, people love people. If you post a post that has, I don't know, a Rush flyer, you're going to get no likes. I don't think I've ever seen one of our Rush flyer posts get above 80 likes. And we have almost 1,200 followers. You know what I mean?
We'll just throw it up on the story.
Exactly. That's where it's at. And the thing is, we'd post it on the story, but then also do a post, and, people don't care about that. Okay, cool. It's a flyer. I can see it in person. I can see it at the Cub. But, if there's a picture of Mike and Devon smiling, oh my gosh, they just got a free sample from Reisner, oh my gosh, that's a great photo, people are gonna like that. Whereas, other than that, if there's no people in it, people don't care. But I do want to touch on recruitment this semester. So you want to talk about what happened, what events you had, and how it turned out for you guys.
All right, so every semester we take out our new guys to Redemption Barbecue, and that's always a great time. They have great food, and it's a great bonding experience. We also do basketball in the rec. What else did we do? We did another sport, didn't we?
Kickball.
We did kickball. That was a hit.
That was
That was a lot of fun. Everybody loves kickball. Brings you back to those high school gym class days.
Yeah.
You know? So those were our 3 main events. What did you guys do? You guys did some flag football, right?
Yeah. So we started our week off with sand volleyball. That went really well, actually. Like, I mean, when I wasn't doing schoolwork, I mean, I was there, but I wasn't there. Like, you know, I hopped in and, like, you know, I feel like I'm, like, the meme of the fraternity. Like, oh, my gosh, Drew's in. Like, let's hit it at him. Let's see how bad he messes up. But, no, like, it was really fun. So we started off with sand volleyball, and then we shifted into, the next day was, that day was sand volleyball, and then kind of went into, like, a spike ball period. Who doesn't love spike ball? Mm-hmm. But, I mean, literally, some of our new brothers literally made a circle of dirt outside of Harley because they played spike ball every single day. The circle's still there. The grass literally grew around it. But, yeah. Tuesday with flag football. Who doesn't love football? Like, that's a staple of our rush week every year. I remember last fall, rush was 2 weeks, and we ended up holding one at the Kiefer Lawn, and then the second one we ended up doing at the stadium, which was really cool. Like, you know, obviously none of us are, like, you know, on the football team or anything like that, but, like, being able to play on the turf, like, it's pretty cool. Wednesday we had to shift, had some pretty bad weather, so we had to shift into, so the plan was to do ultimate frisbee, but we shifted into card games and water pong inside the Harley NPR. Another huge success. I think three of our new members actually showed up. Like, that was their first time coming, and, like, really started to start the bond right there on a Wednesday, which was really impressive. And then Thursday we did our annual or weekly brotherhood dinner. Usually we either do so how we usually do it is, like, so let's say there's 4 Thursdays in a month. So usually, like, 2 or 3 of them are at Reisner. And then one of them, once a month, our brotherhood chair, Zach Taylor, will send out a poll in our group me and put different locations in. It's funny you mentioned redemption. Zach Taylor literally puts redemption on the thing every week or every time, and it somehow wins. And we ended up at redemption, like, 7 times last semester. Like, I need a break. Like,
it gets expensive.
It's good, but it gets expensive and it gets old. But we went to Chick-fil-A, or the Cub, I guess is what the Cub cafeteria. But we did that, and then we went over to the Red Zone and played shuffleboard, air hockey, pool, all that kind of stuff. But that was just, the whole week was really successful for us. Like, I mean, I was talking to Anthony, like, I've noticed that, like, what is it, brisket and billiards or something is the title of it. Yeah. Like, see, I know my stuff, all right? I pay attention. But, like, I don't know what it is, but it's a cool event. And plus, I don't know if it's the fact that, like, you guys, one of your main colors purple, but, like, your flyers every semester are always top tier. I will give you credit for that. Like, I remember walking by it in the Cub, I'm like, I just caught a glance of a purple, and I'm like, oh, there's Pile M. Like, I mean, maybe a normal person wouldn't know that, but, like, you know, it stands out, and, like, I do give you guys credit, and, like, I think that's a really cool event. And, I don't know, I might have to think of something similar. You know, I'm not a fan of copying or anything like that. Plus, I don't really want to end up at redemption every semester. But, man, now it makes me look like I hate redemption. I like redemption, but, like, not 7 times in a semester.
Those wings smack.
I get the brisket and fries or the mac and cheese. I'm a simple guy. Plus, like, for some reason, I'm weird. Like, I don't like it. I really don't like getting my hands dirty. Like, at this point, if I get wings, I really like to get, like, boneless wings so I can just eat it with a fork.
No way.
Like,
you don't eat wings?
I do. Okay, I do, but I don't. Like, it depends on the mood I'm in. One food I will never eat is ribs. I don't eat them because they're dirty. And I don't feel like cleaning my hands. I don't feel like cleaning my face. Like
you are missing out big time.
I just don't want to, and that's just me. But so we're gonna end the show a little bit early today, but I do want to ask you guys both. So here we are, October 18th, 2024. Just had fall break, a little bit. About halfway left in the semester. And then we got next semester because, I'll just relate it to Devon being a senior here. What do you guys want to do within the next, 6-7 months? What do you want to do? What's your goals? What do you want to get out of the rest of your time here?
Let's go. Tomorrow's homecoming. That's the big one. I'm just waiting for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a good day, and I'm excited for all the homecoming events, everything. It's going to be a great time tomorrow. So, honestly, the most I'm looking forward to in the next 6 months is tomorrow.
Yeah. Mike, what are you looking forward to? Let's stray away from home. Let's get a different answer. I love homecoming. I love homecoming, but it's so stressful. And shout out to Luke, you did a really good job planning it. But it's been hectic planning. But who are you guys doing homecoming with this year? We're doing it with Katie Finas.
We're alone this year. We are by ourselves, me, myself, and I. But we're gonna have a lot of fun. We got a lot of alumni coming, and we're gonna be having a good time. I can't wait. It's going to be very brotherhood bonding to me.
That's great. That's great. Honestly, I didn't know that. Wasn't trying to call you out or anything like that. But
it's totally fun.
Have fun with it. Have fun with it.
If
anything, you have more food to eat.
That's right. That's right. More food.
Eat up. But Mike, what are you looking forward to? I'll give you. What are you looking forward to for the rest of this semester, and then what do you got for next semester? Any plans within Pylam? Are you planning on running for anything? What's the plan?
That's what I was going to say is November elections coming up quick. So IFC elections and Pylam elections are going to be back-to-back. And I'm running for president for both. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That's my aspiration. I've been wanting to do that since I was a freshman. I was talking to him in my inaugural dorm freshman year. Dude, I want to be president of this one day. So that's my goal. And then my hopes for next semester is if I get them, I really want to run this fraternity well. I want to run IFC well. I want to get these connections smacked down. I can't wait to be creative with all this stuff, and have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. Your big brother in the organization, Anthony McCloskey, is the president of both organizations right now. And I've had a really good relationship with Anthony over the years. Very stand-up guy, and it seems like he's led your organization into a really good period.
He's done great.
A truly inspiring leader, and really big shoes to fill. But right now I'm the vice president of membership development, and my plan is so our elections take place in April. So ours is a little bit different. So ours is April, and then you have fall and spring. And then at the end of each spring semester, new election. I like that better than what we do, honestly. Honestly, it's pretty. It's nice. It gives you, and then you get I don't know. I like the structure of it. I think we're one of the only organizations that does it the way that we do it. But I plan on running for a second term within my organization for my position. I just really, really have fallen in love with my position, and I've learned a lot of life skills like responsibility, accountability, and organization, and but I'll leave it to you guys. You got any closing notes that you want to leave the audience with? Oh man, I just want to thank you for having us on today. That was a surprising text to get from you, but I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we can talk about our individual chapters and IFC today, and I hope it was a pretty productive show.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. And that's everything. So, again, thank you for watching or listening to WSYC on 88.7 FM from Shippensburg University in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. This is Andrew Mercier, and join us next week as
Luke is hopefully going to be back. And we're looking to schedule a new guest. As we've kind of stated before, we try to do a new guest every week. So tune in to see who we have next week.